Hello and welcome to another video with me, Elmo J. Karilainen, and it's good to have you along. You can call me whatever you want. Today is going to be a bit different, since normally when I do a gear video I review a piece of gear. This time I'm not going to review it as such. It's the Strymon Blue Sky, which I have in front of me on the pedal board. I was thinking, how should I review a reverb pedal, since I don't really use reverb pedals. I use them for very specific things, and actually mostly just acoustic. But what would interest me with a reverb pedal would be basically two different things. One would be a room type sound, a fairly short thing, and one would be a kind of endless ambience of hall reverb. Now, the Blue Sky does both of these, but it does a lot of other stuff as well. But I'm not going to go through all that because I don't use reverb like that, so I'm not really qualified to say too much about the application of those things, because I don't use reverb in the ways that this pedal does all sorts of things. What I can say about this pedal is that it has an on-off switch and a favorite switch, so you can get two different reverbs, kind of the one that it's showing, and one would be your favorite reverb. It has a normal mode, a modulated mode, and a shimmer mode. I don't really like shimmer. Normal would be something I would use for a room. And then for the long wash I might go for normal or modulated. In this case I've gone for modulated. It has a plate, a room, and a spring thing. Again, I would stick to room, because that would be kind of your room, and then a larger space like a hall. The great thing about this pedal is it has a pre-delay, so you can select how far away from the dry signal the reverb kicks in, which is nice. But the really good thing is that it has low damp and high damp, because here's a free mixing tool. Here's a free mixing trick for you if you're mixing music, and the same goes if you're playing. You do not want the entire reverb to just be, or your entire signal to be reverberated, because that will just make your instrument clash with the reverb and create potential issues. And it's, especially if you're mixing or if you're in a band, it'll just cloud everything up and make everything really mushy and so on. So you select where you cut off the lows and where you cut off the highs to get something nice going on, and I'll demonstrate that. So I have my Strat. There's my dry signal. I also have a Strymon Timeline, which I normally use for kind of a few repeats analog delay, but I have it set up like this at the moment. And I'll maybe add that in a bit later. One thing that I really like about reverb and long reverb is that it kind of helps create a nice mood for actually writing stuff, because you get to interact with something. When you're alone, it's a bit difficult to interact with yourself. Oh, interact yourself. No? Okay, so the way I would use a room would be, I would have overdrive on, and this would be the tone. And this would be that was dry, as you could hear, and this would be the reverb. Not a lot, but just gives it a bit of something. turn off the reverb. Gets a bit stale. Now that's one way I would use a reverb. The second one is really how I would really use a reverb. This is the way I do lots of stuff. Now this is in mono. This would be even better in stereo because it would create a kind of space. But the Marshall is mono and the cab is mono, and I just don't want to start hooking up two cabs and two Marshalls and here. Maybe I could do that, but I mean, lugging around this stuff live just to get a stereo sound, and no thanks. The way I have it set up is that I've cut lows quite a bit and highs, and I have the modulated setting. So this is the way it sounds. And for me, this works as a great songwriting tool because you get to actually interact with that note. If I wanted to go really overboard with this stuff, I could add the delay, which you heard earlier. And they kind of start feeding each other. Now I could just sit around and listen to that tale of reverb and delay go on and on and on and on. And even though this is technically not a review of the Strymon Blue Sky, I will say what I think about it. I think it sounds absolutely incredibly good. That's about it. What can I say? And it has a multitude of other uses as well. I'll look for another good kind of review and put that in the description so that you can check out a proper review of the pedal. Give some other nice channel some love. If you want to watch some of my gear reviews, there's a playlist here somewhere, and Other than that, please click like, subscribe if you haven't already hit that bell notification thing, comment, let me know what you thought, and join me on Patreon, where you get all of my music and you get a bunch of exclusive stuff that's not available anywhere else. You can even take it all for free. Plus there's backing tracks and all that. So I hope to see you on Patreon. Take care. Bye!